was trying to pick that. Okay. Okay. So now another lick, which I really like this. It works on the piano. You can just go there. Da, 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 da. And that would be great if this was an electric guitar. That would have sounded really cool. Okay. And then you can go, that's cool. Just something, a little bit of flavor, you know. A7 to D7. Very nice and easy. And then you can throw a little lick in there. It's just same thing. Now this is a lick. I've got this. I'm used to doing that lick pretty much with my electric guitar. So now another lick. Let's see. Maybe that's another. That right there. That's a. That turns out to be a. That's a D7. And back to an A7. Now an E7. I mean, so that's a D7, excuse me. And now an E7. I'm ignoring the A. Now I'm hitting the A. That gives me, now I'm hitting the A again. And I go. So you can't do that very well because that wouldn't work too well. You could do it like this though. And that's another way to make that chord. Instead of that, ignore the top and just go down here and make it like that. It's the same exact thing, okay? You hit the E, and then you hit the C sharp, and then the B, and then the A, and the G, and then the E, and then the yeah, let's see, it's a C, yeah, A, and then you make the chord. A, E, which is right above it, and then like you're making all you're doing. I used to do that very fast. This is a good thing to go, but I haven't been playing much lately, so I have to really kind of concentrate. But I'm trying to. It's more important to me to. Okay, just playing A7 there, and just kind of going back and forth. And then I'm playing a D, but I'm not exactly playing a seventh. I am and I'm not. Okay. Okay. I'm actually playing, if you really want to get down to it, if somebody was playing the D7, okay, and I'm playing these notes, and they're playing a D7, I actually have a pretty cool thing going here. I'm going down, okay, I never thought about this, but I am going down and I'm hitting a C and an E. So essentially, I'm going down a whole tone from the normal things that are in the D, which would be a D and F sharp, okay? And then I'm going down to a C and E, okay? And essentially, I am playing, if you really want to get down to it, I am playing a flat 7, and this is going to be a good learning experience. I am playing a D chord, more or less, and then I'm more or less playing a D, I'm playing a D7 if somebody's playing the D chord, okay? Somebody's playing the D7, I am playing a C in there, that's a flat 7, that's needed in the D7, which I've gone over ad infinitum, and then I have an E in there. So essentially, I have an E, up above a D, that becomes a D9. Because to have a D9, you must have the flat 7, and you must have an E in it. Okay, so if I'm playing that, and I'm saying that's a D9, I should be able to make a D9 there. I've never seen this exactly like this, but as I go through, it just, things that come to my mind. I'm here. I'm here. I'm going back from a D7, essentially, because I have the notes D and F sharp, which are part of the D triad, okay? And I'm going from a D triad, okay? I'm going down here, and this wasn't a D7, this is straight D. I'm going down here, and I'm hitting a C and a D. So I'm hitting the flat 7, which is always a whole tone down from the root. Learn that. Don't forever forget that. If you're making a D7, I will promise you it will have a C in it. And it'll be a whole tone down from the root, not a half tone. Okay? And if I make an F sharp here, this right here is going to be, that's not an F sharp, excuse me. This is an F sharp. If I go down from the D and F sharp, which is I'm playing a D, so that's the D and F sharp, so that's the 1 and the 3, root and the 3rd, major 3rd, and then I go down. I accomplish something by going down from the F sharp to the E, and I'm thinking of, in terms of D, I know that D is the next note up in the scale of D. E is the next note up in the scale of D. I'll say that again. I come down with a C on top, which is the flat 7, which is a whole tone down from the root, and then I go down here at the same time, and this double stop. It's called double stop, and you got 2 of them pressed down at the same time. And then that right there is an E, and if you count the D scale, because you're thinking D, it's a little complicated, but you have to listen to it several times. And then the E is now pressed on. I know that's the 2nd, and that's also called in extensions, which you get used to. That right there becomes a very instantaneous 9th. So if I say that I've got a 9th there, most likely there's a 9th chord there. And by the way, there is a 9th chord there. A 9th chord will have, okay, a D9, that's what we're going to talk about. Okay, I deny you to do this. I deny you, no. It's a D9, okay? So we've got the root, and we've got to have the 9th. The 9th is nothing but the 2nd, because 8th from D to D would be D to D would be your 8th. The next note in the scale is the 9th, and that would be D East. And then the whole thing would be D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C sharp, D. But that's not important. All we're concerned about is that the 9th is the 2nd. It's equivalent to the 2nd up in the extensions. It's a little bit different concept. But, and you wouldn't think you would find this, and I never knew that, But if I can tell you that I am on a flat 7 and I am on a E, which is the second or ninth, then I know I've got part of a ninth chord there. And a ninth chord is dominant. It will have a major, this is going to be a teaching moment if I've ever seen one. I stumbled on this just a minute ago. I could have come about it artificially, but this wasn't planned. I know that a D9 is going to have a D, F sharp, A, C, E. I know those notes are going to be present in it. So I know that right there on that is a D9. Okay? And I will find, I may not find the 5th in this right here. I can find the 5th. The 5th is A right here. You could make it like this. You could actually make it like that. But I'm going to have an A sound in there. I just want this sound in there. Okay? This is a D9. Absolutely 100% sure, and all I need to make a D9 is the root, the major third, which is F sharp. I feel it right here, but I'll just go ahead. I know that D, and if a guitar is tuned, which it is, if an instrument is tuned in fourths, which I've gone over that, this is a D, this is going to be a C. That's just the way it works. But I will show you that that is definitely a C, which is your flat 7, which is a whole tone down from the root. And I know a ninth is already there because it's there. So we accidentally, in this lick here, I'm doing an A, which is the 5th, and I'm going down and hitting the C, which is the flat 7, which is necessary for the D9, must be in there. And that right there is the E. Okay? Okay, so this right here, this is not meant to be an advanced lesson, but I have a D9 right here because this is a D. And anytime I do this, if I have a D and an instrument is tuned in fourths, I know this just by experience. We can play around with this just in a minute because this is real important. I want to show you. This is a D. Okay? I know that this is the major third. If I had it like this, this is a minor third. That would be a D minor 9. Okay? But that's not dominant. Blues is generally dominant. It could be a minor blues, but most blues are dominant. They are in your face. Da, and ninths are important. I like to do